Hey everyone, and welcome back. On today's video, we're doing something a little bit different. Just a little background information on my education. I have a bachelor's degree in business administration and I have a career in the supply chain industry. So on today's video, I thought I'd do something new and different. Recently, I started doing some research on investing, even though it's a bad idea during this time, but it's never too late to learn and it's always fun to try things. So stay tuned and I'll be talking about two different ways that people invest these days. The two platforms that we're going to talk about today, they're both online. One of them is Questrade and the other one is Wealthsimple. Let's change quickly before we get into investment. That's more like it. Now, let's get into investing. As I mentioned before, we're going to cover Questrade, Wealthsimple, and some of the tips and tricks and some of the things that I learned. I do have to say this is an honest opinion. This video is not sponsored. This is just something I picked up by watching other videos and doing the actual investing on my own. So the first thing that we're going to cover is going to be wealthsimple.com. So Wealthsimple, their message is, don't worry about anything. We're going to take care of your money and investment. You just sit back and get rich slowly. Now, I do have to mention Wealthsimple has two different products. So there's this saving and there is invest. So invest is kind of similar to Questrade. However, the most important downside to investing in Wealthsimple is that you cannot have a US currency account with them. So whenever you buy and sell US stocks, you will be charged currency change fees. So this is not very, it's not very useful if you are investing in the US market. However, if you're investing in Canada and Canadian stock, then you can go for it. I personally haven't used it and I don't know how it's going to look like if you use it. What I used was the savings, which their message is they will invest your money and slowly you will get profit. So let's get into it. Basically, you scroll down and you have all these messages and all the things that they explain. They have a really beautiful and straightforward website. What I'm going to do, I'm going to log in to show you all how my account looks like. So I'm going to log in. So as I said, I don't do trade. I do invest in cash. This is basically your dashboard and I joined Wealthsimple. I don't know if they say, January 7th. So as you can see on January 7th, I put $5,000 in just to test and see how Wealthsimple performs. Before I get into my experience with how my money performed, I'm going to go here and click on this TFSA account. When you click on that TFSA account, it will show you what you could potentially earn by the age of 65 if you have this amount that I have in. Now, I do have to point out my goal was for retirement. I can't do death drops when I'm 80. So I have to plan something for my retirement. And what I did was I went full on with taking the risk. So I chose the highest risk that you can take. Basically, let me just click on it. I don't want to change it, but I just want to show you the holdings. So Basically, the more you increase the risk, the more equity holdings you will get rather than fixed income and gold holdings. Now, these are very low risk, so the less risky you are and you choose, the higher the percentage and your investment on these fixed incomes will be. Now let's talk about these things here. So if you have no idea what investment is at all, these are symbols that represent a stock. Basically, what you have no control over this. Wealthsimple will choose which stocks to invest your money on, and it will show you what they are. So we got Vanguard Group. We've got BlackRock Canada iShares. We got iShares Edge. So as I'm looking through it, it's mostly Canada, but we have some US market here as well. So let's see what is XEF, for instance. I'm going to go to one website that I use is Google Finance, and I'm going to just look at this and see how the performance was overall. So yeah, as you can see, it's iShares, Core, MSCI, whatever. The overview, it is doing okay. It didn't do really well, like 5 days. Like, I don't know. Is that for 1 day? That's in 1 day. Oh, sorry. So if you look at the whole performance in a year, you can see how up and down it went. As you can see, during April, March, the stock basically died because of the pandemic. I do have to mention something that right now, a lot of people would think that it's not a good idea to invest because of the whole pandemic. But actually, it is a good investment opportunity for beginners because you can buy shares at the lowest value that they are at the moment, and then in the future they might go high. So we don't know. Nothing is guaranteed. There's no logic. It's just, how the market works. So yeah, as you can see, this is how I look up the stocks and look at the market summary and see their overall performances and how are they doing right now. Again, this is something that I did not choose. It's something that Wealthsmith. I seriously. It's something that Wealthsimple. It's something that Wealthsimple chose for me. Now, my theme is standard. There are different themes. If you care about being socially responsible and you care about the planet, they will modify it to invest in companies that are more socially responsible. And if you're Muslim, you can choose halal, but yeah, I just chose standard. And yeah, these are the stocks that I have. Now let's go back. It is really good if you could invest monthly into this and see the performance. Now, what I did, I started with 5,000, and then within a couple of days, it went way down to, as you can see, 950 here, and then it went up again at 979, and like 979. So at that time, I was exploring Questrade, and I decided that I do not want to keep my money here. I'm just going to keep less money and see how it's going to perform. So it's still in the test area. So don't worry, this drop is because I withdrew 4,000 from the account and put it in my other TFSA account. So basically, since January 21st, I started with 978. And as you can see, things are looking okay, but I still lost like $20, but it doesn't matter. You have to look into the bigger picture and the long run. Things are turning to be better, hopefully soon, but we'll see how it goes. So basically here, you can see your activity. Like here, I put the money in, I took the money out. I have a TFSA account because I don't want to get taxed for the profits, which I didn't make any profits. There are just all activities here, date ranges. You can move money. So I have my TFSA account with HSBC, and I can move it to this TFSA account. I can even make it automatic and just, do a monthly deposit and just forget about it. Or I can do it just like whenever I want to actually put money in it. This is just my TFSA room. It's going to give me like a warning if I go, over the TFSA limit that I have, but I'm not going to go over anytime soon. Here you can withdraw funds if you want. You can choose the reasons, doesn't matter. And you can also transfer a full account complete to Wealthsimple. So you can use, like, let's say I have my HSBC account, it's a TFSA account, and I want to completely move it to Wealthsimple to invest. Now, Questrade, I prefer much, much more over Wealthsimple because I can basically control whatever I want to do. Well, if you want to learn more about the pricing and the fees are pretty low. There are no hidden fees. There are fees within every stock purchase or sell. There are fees within currency exchange. However, it is a one-time currency exchange fee. So you can have a US dollar account with Questrade. With Questrade. So let me just log in and show you my dashboard. So again, this is the dashboard with Questrade. Now, again, I opened a TFSA account. At first, it was Canadian dollars, and then I changed it to US dollars because I bought mostly US stocks. So I clicked on the individual TFSA, and it will give you a total view of how you're doing, basically. So I'm not doing pretty bad, but let's see. I do not have any cash in it. I just have stocks mostly, I think. Yeah, I have 12.90, which is nothing. Because I spent all of my money buying the stocks. So here I'm going to talk about the stocks that I bought. So there are two types. There are regular stocks and there are ETFs or exchange traded funds. For instance, I bought gold stock. I bought one. When I bought it, it was $173. So this is an ETF. That's the value of the gold that I have. And if I sell it right now, I'm going to make a profit of 90 cents. So that's how it's performing. And you can see it's plus 90%. Like it's not 90%, like 9%. Yeah, which is not much, but still it's not a downfall, at least. The other two stocks that I bought, one of them were Moderna, which is who's making our vaccines right now. So I invested in that company, and since I invested in it, it had a 3.8% growth. As you can see here, I bought three, and I bought them in three different prices that they were. So you get the average cost. Let me get rid of this. The average cost was 120, let's say 6.5. And right now it is valued at 131, and it had a 14% growth. So as you can see here, again, the cost, how much I bought them, how much they're valued. No, sorry. This is how much they're valued. This is the total because I have two. To show you the trading dashboard, basically where I mostly spend my time on when I'm on Questrade and investing. And I buy mostly, I rarely tend to sell because investing is kind of like a bar of soap. So the more you handle it and the more you play with it, the more it'll lose its value. So you want to invest and you want to be patient and you just want to continue. And to the key to not losing or risking less is that you have to spread your investment. Instead of buying just Apple, buy Apple, Gold, Moderna, and another thing, and another thing, and another thing. So spread your investment through these 5 or 6 or 10, depends on how much money you have and how much you want to invest in. So I started investing with 1,100, and then I exchange it to US dollars, and I have 1,080 US, which I kind of made a little bit money, but it's not much. I'm just learning, trying to figure it out. But I think I kind of get it, but we'll see. I do not have any orders or executions, but in the past month, as you can see, I also bought Disney, but then it was doing terrible and I sold it. And I bought Elf Beauty, and I bought it and I sold it and I just made a little bit profit. I was just, trying to learn and experiment, but you do not want to do it too much because there are fees involved. But I learned that, the hard way of spending money on fees. So let's say you want to buy stocks. What do you want to buy? So so here I'm back on Google Finance. Here I take a look at stocks. So let's say I want to buy a Tesla stock. So Tesla's been doing pretty well, and the future of Tesla looks promising. However, every stock you buy, each one is 846 US dollars. So it's a bit high, at least for me, but for some people it's not. So if you want to buy, let's say Tesla, you can either write Tesla or the TSLA, and let me just get that close. So TSLA. So yeah, for the sake of this video, we're going to do that. So the last time the price was 846.64. Let's see. Yeah, it's exactly the same. And the quantity you want to buy depends on how much money you have here. And I'll show you how you can transfer money as well. Let's say 1 limit means you want the pricing to be limited to this amount or lower. If it goes higher, you don't want to buy it. So you choose limit and you choose the pricing that you're comfortable with buying that stock. Or you can go market, meaning whatever the market is. So it could be higher than this or a little bit lower, during the day, and then you're going to buy it. And you buy it. It's that simple. As you can see, Walmart's doing good. So, and it's 146.33 per share. So that might be something that I'll consider buying. Amazon is pretty awesome. I think a lot of people are like, ooh, what about Amazon? Amazon's doing great. Yes, it's doing great. But every share is $3,292. So you better have some money. And it seems like a bit of a drop, but actually it's quite a bit from 3,301 to, yeah, but it'll go up. So let me see. They even have a learning center. I usually use it on my phone. We can go back to accounts, and I can show you how you can put money into your account. So when you click on fund your account, there are various options. If you want to do it online banking, you basically have to create a bill payment in your bank account. And then you put in, it says what you do. It says when you select your financial institution here, it directs you there. So yeah, whatever, fund. So it takes you to HSBC portal. So it doesn't matter whether you go to your bank and do it. Doesn't matter if you do it there or not. This is just a guide. You don't have to choose it from here. You can just go to your bank account. You fund it. You make sure you put your account number. This is my account number if you want to put money in it. Please do. No, don't. This is my account number in Questrade. So that's what I put in my bill payment. And Questrade basically add Questrade Inc. as a payee. And you include your account number, and whatever money you pay to that will come to your account basically. I really hope this gave you an idea of investment. Don't be too scared of all the technicalities. Just try to learn as you go. Start small. Take low risks or take high, depends on your personality. I honestly don't care. I think YOLO. So take high risks and learn from it. Because if you don't, you will regret. That's how it works with me, at least. Yeah. So let's go on back to the desk and we'll wrap this up. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to my videos. I upload every week. You can follow me on my social media, Instagram, TikTok. I did 2 other videos. I used expensive makeup to do drag. Here's the link. And on my second video, I used cheap drugstore makeup to do a look. Here's the link to that. And I hope you go forward investing your money in a way that you feel comfortable. So stay tuned for more and see you till next time.